What's up, guys? Z Furls here from twitch.tv/Madden Tips with my budget offensive items. Now, we have done defense, and we are looking to make you better when you start your Madden 7 Ultimate Team. So let's take a look at the lineup. Matthew Stafford is the first man up. I told you to get potentially his Lions if you wanted a pocket passing quarterback, his starter pack, but his base version is just as good. I think if you want a non-mobile pocket passer with a big arm, Matt Stafford's the guy. Marcus Mariota would be my second choice as an item who you need to work with because of the lack of deep accuracy, but the 85 speed, him or Tyrod Taylor, who's ever a little less expensive, would be your ultimate passing option. Now, Kirk Cousins is the guy I think you want to get to, potentially, if you want balance across the board, but Mariota should get it done, just don't go deep, and Stafford has the arm but no legs. Ezekiel Elliott would be the halfback I'd recommend for most people starting out. 77 halfback. He's got good speed, good elusive. He doesn't have all the moves. He doesn't have the elite tier moves, but he's in the 80s for most of his ball carrier moves, which is that second tier, and you should get some pretty good fake outs. Chris Ivory, if you like a trucking back or you need a secondary back for power runs, very good, decent speed, 86, bounce down at 81 with like 94 truck, and he's strong and will hang on to the rock for you. But I like Chris Ivory in this role. Now, David Johnson is where I think you should be, and you probably want to try and get to the 85 Johnson, who's the set reward. But David Johnson, I could understand if you wanted to go with him over Ezekiel Elliott, and he's kind of a combination of the two. Ivory and Johnson don't have great agility, so maybe try some stretch runs with them. Now, Kelvin Benjamin is the first receiver I'd recommend to you if you're starting your team for one-on-one routes downfield. You compare him to a Jordy Nelson, and you're just getting a lot more value from the Benjamin. Except for route running, you're getting a lot more for your coins. He doesn't cost too much. There's certain routes where you can click on user, big throws, tall throws, high points. Benjamin's the guy. Tavon Austin and Brandon Cooks are your speedsters, 91 speed on these guys. 92 is the highest in the game, so other than Jakeem Grant as a kick returner with 92 speed, or J.J. Nelson, 92 speed as a kick returner, these are the guys you want that can actually play ball. Both as slot receivers. Cooks, most defenders in the game are going to have 85 speed. So Cooks has 91, that's 6 advantage. If they press or they lose him somewhere, you could probably go deep over the top because you're not be able to go deep on one-on-one like Madden 16. So grab a Cooks or an Austin. Dwayne Bowe's in the lineup for just pure strength run block. He's pretty solid for 68 and not doing much during his later years, but really good strength, really good run block. Put him out there if you need a guy like that. Vincent Jackson is like a cheap Kelvin Benjamin. 81 speed's the knock, but good back, 6'5". Throw him in the red zone. Julian Edelman, if you need a pure route runner, is an option. Now, I haven't really done much fullback testing. I would probably just put Chris Ivory in, but Mike Tolbert, I'm sure we could find somebody with a little better run block, but overall, a little balanced guy there. Now, for the offensive line, I've got some options, but at tight end first, you've got Gary Barnidge, who's the most balanced of the bunch, Vance McDonald, who is your strength and run block guy, and then Ladarius Green, who's your pure speedster. You could use Luke Wilson if you can't afford Ladarius Green. You could use Vernon Davis if you don't want to use Vance McDonald, and you could maybe go up to Tyler Eifert if you had a little more coins and didn't want to use Gary Barnidge. Now, across the offensive line, you can really only build towards pass or run. And so, all of these guys give you options, right? So, like Zietler, Osamele, those are run guys. Load-Holt, run guy. Everybody else kind of a pass guy here. I might start Zietler at center, out of position. Gabe Jackson's good and balanced. Cordy Glenn's a great pass blocker. You have Donald Penn and Trent Williams. Any of these three guys between Glenn, Williams, Penn will get the job done. Alex Max in at center. And that's a pretty good budget line to get you started. So those are my budget offensive picks. Remember, we did defense right here, so you can click this link. We'll also be updating this, and we'll also be looking into deep sleeper players. I mentioned Jakeem Grant, wide receiver kick returner. We all know Perryman last year, Dre Archer, those type of items as they emerge. We will update this channel. So subscribe to the channel. We'll have more Madden 17 Ultimate Team tips, playbooks, budget items, how to make coins, how to complete sets, sleeper players, lineup advice, salary cap. So hit that follow button. We'll be back for more tips and tricks at the end of the season, all through the season. So until next time, guys, this is Z Farls saying lock up.